Hello, happy Tuesday. This is Darren Roberts, Master Trainer at Impact Training Corporation and the Abundance Accelerant. Welcome to the Tuesday Tickle and Tick, show number 42. Today, fix these 4 sales mistakes to enhance your freedom. And by the way, at the end, I'm going to give you something valued at over $300 for free to help you fix these problems. This video and training is really designed for the owners of businesses, the managers of businesses, and the sales staff in businesses out there. Because I see too often before I work with clients that owners and managers and sales staff are working really hard and they're passionate about achieving things. But they often don't have any freedom and it affects their lifestyle when it's everything that they can think about and they're still not achieving target. Well, I find there's 4 things to fix that'll fast track you getting that leverage, increasing conversion, and making sure you have that lifestyle and freedom while still achieving your targets. So the first one, I'm going to give you all 4 of them so that you can reflect on your own team or your own sales to see if these are something that you can be aware of. Then I'm going to give you a tool to fix it for free for you as well. The first one is planning for success. What I see with most potential clients or those that have inquired with me before I start working with them is that most businesses will set a target or budget. Some don't, which is crazy, but most do. A financial year target or a monthly target. But they have a retail mindset, which is to put some signage up, do some marketing, and hope, I call it the fingers crossed approach, hope that people inquire, walk in, become a potential client. But there's no real plan to create that. So the first mistake is not having a plan for success. So yes, of course, we need those budgets and targets broken down monthly, but we need to break it down to what activity do we and the team need to do to achieve that target. It's not just we hope it happens, but it's what activity do we need to make sure it happens. So we need to understand some conversion statistics, maybe a point percentage, a show percentage, and a close percentage. It'll be different for all of your different businesses, so we can help you break that down. Then once we understand the KPIs, the key performance indicators, or the conversion, we can go back and work out through a planning for good days formula, how many leads or contacts do we need to achieve every day to achieve with that conversion our target at the end of the month. So that's the first mistake, is that retail mindset without having that planning for good days formula in it. The second mistake is poor first impressions. We know it takes 2 to 5 seconds to make a great first impression. So what does your entry look like? What does your business look like? What does a potential client see when you go out to them or they come into your business? And what feelings is that creating? We know about body language and mirror and matching. But what I find as a buyer, some of the most frustrating things is the first words that comes out of a staff member's mouth. Let me give you an example. It could be lining up in a cafe or a petrol station. And there's a nice line, it's not random, there's a nice line. Maybe I'm the only person lined up and there's no one else there. Or maybe there's 3 or 4 people directly behind me and the staff member finishes with the current customer, sometimes looks up, sometimes doesn't, and said, "Who's next, please?" I'm the only one there, or I'm the absolute next person in line. Surely there's a better thing to say, because all you're saying to me is, I wasn't even aware you were there, I hadn't seen you line up. It's a poor first impression. So what better words can we say and body language can we use to make a better first impression? The third mistake is not qualifying. I have a client that I work with now who is in real estate and is from a display home. So part of the sales process is to take potential clients to a display home. Now, before I was working with him, he would take the potential client through the display home first before sitting down and finding out what they wanted and qualifying them. So a simple change to that process, to change the process so he diagnoses the problem, qualifies the prospect, finds out what feelings they want to move towards and what feelings they want to move away from. Then be able to go through to the display home and explain the home and relate it to an emotion, increase conversion. We taught him the right sequence. We taught Liam the right words to use in qualification and how to relate that back in his tour of this display home. And suddenly conversion went through the roof. So the third mistake is that qualification, not understanding what your potential client wants, diagnosing the problem so that when we prescribe a solution, your services, your business structure, your best practice, you can relate it to the emotion of that client, which increases value and increases conversion. The fourth one is price presentation. 68% of sales are not made because the salesperson or the owner or the manager doesn't even ask. They say something like, hope that works for you, let me know if we can help you further. So not having the right sales structure, alternate choice questioning, relating the one that you'd prefer them to buy to the greatest emotion that they want to achieve, having yes momentum throughout the whole presentation so it's not reliant just on the end, is making sure you've got a best practice. So go and check your price presentation. Go and check that your staff are asking for a decision. It's amazing how often that's not taking place. So the 4 mistakes that are most common that I see in businesses: not planning for success, not making great first impressions, not qualifying effectively so we can present your prices and solution to an emotion, and not having an effective price presentation. Maybe it's just an auditory price presentation where we know we need the visual, auditory and kinesthetic price presentation. An example is Daniele, one of my clients that I was working with, him and his team again last month. They have increased their income by over 23% throughout all of Australia since this time last month, and internationally is having some significant growth as well. That means he's hitting targets regularly and he's feeling a bit more freedom to spend some time with his family. So here's an opportunity for you to fix those. I'm inviting you to have a sales growth plan. Now the sales growth plan, I'll put the link in below. It just takes 90 seconds for you to fill out. It's about your business or your role within a business, what targets you have, how the business is structured. Now that may qualify you to have a one-on-one session with me, which is a sales or implementation program. Now what we're going to do there is spend 45 minutes to an hour on Zoom or Skype or face-to-face, where we dig deep into the most compelling challenges you have, and I give you tools and solutions to fix them. So you'll walk away with a 90-day game plan to fix those challenges. It's more than doubled income in businesses. Previously, it's valued at over $300, but I'm giving you the opportunity to have it for free. It's called a sales growth plan. It takes about 90 seconds to complete. Then if you qualify, you and I can sit down 45 minutes to an hour and I'll put together a 90-day game plan for you. That's going to lead you almost into the Christmas period and the end of the calendar year. So you'll have a great freedom to enjoy some time off with your loved ones over Christmas. So happy Tuesday. How do those 4 relate to your business? Are you finding those 4 are the greatest mistakes in your business? I'll put the link to the sales growth plan down below. Fill it out, see if you qualify for us to get face-to-face, and we'll put together that 90-day game plan. You guys have a great Tuesday. We'll see you next week for the Tuesday Tickle and Tick.